I'd like to welcome you to the House of Thrillers. I'm Scully, the author that reads to you. I read my novels and other works in the public domain and submissions from people like you. So buckle up. It's quite the ride, and we'll see you on the other side. Share it out. Share it out. Ska, 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 ska. Share it out. Ska, ska, ska. Ska, 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 ska. Check. Check, 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 check. I'd like to welcome you to the House of Thrillers. I'm Scully, the author that reads to you. I read my novels and other works in the public domain and submissions from people like you. So buckle up. It's quite the ride, and we'll see you on the other side. Ska, 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 ska. Let's get a maple tingles. Nicky Red, Ska, 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 ska. It's Peachy Ska, welcome. Judas Cradle. Get your own style. Homegrown tingles. It's Pindar Ska. Welcome, darling. They're coming in. Share out. Traders. It's Traders Vans. It's Traders Vans and it's Traders Vans. Bopoxka, welcome, buddy. TWP popcorn. Ska. Right. Pittsburgh flowers falling. Watching the TV. Yes, love her. How about a plump sock, says Ned China. Ska. Oh my goodness. I'd like to welcome you to the House of Thrillers. I'm Scully, the author that reads to you. Tonight, I've got a special guest. It's Issy Pop, aka Tingle Pop. Tingle. We're going to be reading Bonnie and Clyde. So buckle your seatbelts. It's quite the ride. And we'll see you on the other side. Ska. Everybody, welcome Izzy Pop.
Hello. Let's say hello. I don't know.
Hey, hello.
Anyway. Hello.
We're going to have fun tonight, aren't we?
I don't know. We're
Hey, Izzy, say hey to Ned Germany, my editor and co-writer to Dutch Coffee Shop. He's out there in the chat. Say hey, Ned.
Who's that?
Can y'all hear us all right? There's Sapphire
check.
and Harley Grower.
Rice checks, wheat checks, corn
Sound
checks.
check, Ned. Yes, lover.
Yeah. Where's he at? I can't find him.
Hey, Ned, say something out there in the chat, buddy. It's tree, lemon tree. And creepy eyes. My broski.
333 in the chat.
333. Green hornet.
I'll catch him. Ned Germany. I just called him. Hello, Ned Germany.
Hey, Eric Garcia.
Sweet Vixen. Kim Maple. I had to do it like you.
There he is, Ned Germany.
Ned. Hey there, Ned.
Before we get started, tomorrow night we're going to have auditions for Alice in Wonderland. You guys come on out and try out. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you, Ned.
It's Tony Baker MD. Welcome, buddy.
No, it's
we'll do auditions tomorrow, and then we'll have several rehearsals and the big show a couple of weeks later.
I am not high, Stony. I said I wasn't getting high before this.
Hey, Meg, it's Meg's mystery.
To be high.
Ned Tingles.
It's
Well,
PD. PD.
where's PD?
PD
PD's
Connects is in the house.
I saw PD was live just a little while ago. I said, "Oh gosh, he might
Yeah.
not make it." Genevieve, it's Kiki, Kimmy, Kim, Ska, 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 and Genevieve.
Meg's
I wonder if
Mysteries.
I wonder if the music could be a little louder. Does it sound pretty good, everybody? What do y'all think? Honestly, can't hear it quite like I usually do. Let me turn it up just a little.
So, up or down, y'all? Come on, y'all.
Music up a
How's
little
the
bit,
sound?
guys.
Sounds good to me. Uh,
Let's see what. That's
it
better.
might
I
be.
just turned my fan off, so I can
That
hear
might
it
do
much
it.
better now.
DJ is in house. Welcome to us,
Hey, DJ.
Scully's house with Dill.
DJ is tingles. Brain tingles begin, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle your seatbelts. Push those earbuds in deep. It's Bonnie and Clyde. We fade into the interior of a bedroom. We'll close up on Bonnie Parker in the day. She's blonde, somewhat fragile, intelligent in expression. She's putting on makeup with intense concentration and appreciation. Applying lipstick and eye makeup. The camera pulls back and continues to move very slowly throughout the first part of this scene. Her attitude and appraisal of herself here are touched with narcissism. The bedroom itself is a second-story bedroom in a lower-class frame house in West Dallas, Texas. Bonnie finishes admiring herself. She walks from the mirror and moves slowly across the room. Shade is up. There are no curtains. She looks out the window, looking down, and the camera looks down with her.
Exterior bedroom, Bonnie's point of view, day. Over her shoulder, we see the driveway leading to the garage connected to the house. There is an old car parked in the driveway, its windows open. We see a man walking up the driveway, somewhat furtively. He is a rather dapper feller, dressed in a dark suit with a vest, a white collar, and a straw boater. It is Clyde Barrow. Obviously, he is about to steal the car. He looks it over, checking around him to make sure no passerbys are coming. He peers inside the front window to see if the keys are in the ignition. He studies the dashboard. Bonnie continues watching silently. Finally, she calls out, "Hey, boy, what you doing with my mama's car?"
The exterior of the driveway today. Clyde, startled, jumps and looks to see who has called him. Obviously frightened, he looks up and his face freezes at what he sees. Exterior of the window and Clyde's point of view of the day. We now see what he's looking at. At the open window, revealed from the waist up is the naked Bonnie. She looks down, an impudent half smile on her face. She doesn't move or make any attempt to cover herself. Scully.
Clyde's point of view. His face changes from astonishment to an answering smile of impudence. Maybe it was me. Wait there! Running from the window, she flings open a closet and grabs a dress and shoes. She slips on the shoes and flings the dress on, running out the door as she does. The camera tracks her, moving as fast as she runs down the stairs. She buttons up the dress.
The exterior of the driveway at day.
She flies out the door.
Sorry, that's what I meant about skipping back and forth between each of those taglines. It's all right.
I thought Clyde's point of view was Clyde's point of view and mine was mine.
Oh, it's all good. I think they're liking it out there.
Go for it.
How's that sounding? She flies out the door, slamming it behind her. Runs off the porch, and all of this has been one continuous movement since you left the window in great haste. She continues quickly down the driveway, 4 feet away from Clyde. She stops on a dime. They stand there, looking at each other, smiling the same challenge. For a few seconds, no one speaks then.
Ain't you ashamed? Trying to steal an old lady's automobile?
I've been thinking about buying me one.
Bull, you ain't got no money for a dinner, let alone buy no car.
Now, I got enough money for Cokes, and since it don't look like you're going to invite me inside.
You'd steal the dining room table if I did.
Come to town with me then. How'd that be?
Going to work anyway.
The exterior of the street, it's a moving shot at day. The camera tracks. It is a hot Texas afternoon. All white light and glare. As they walk the block to town in this scene, their manner of mutual impudence is still pervading. Going to work, huh? What do you do?
None of your business.
I bet you're a movie star. Nah, a lady mechanic. Maybe.
What do you think I am?
A waitress.
What line of work are you in when you're not stealing cars?
I tell you, I'm looking for suitable employment right at the moment.
What did you do before?
I was in state prison.
State prison?
Yeah.
Guess some little old lady wasn't so nice.
It was armed robbery.
My, the things that turn up in the driveway these days.
They reached the corner and turned. They are on the exterior of the main street today. Small town street of barber shops, cafes, groceries, etc. At the moment, it is deserted. They continue walking down the empty street. Clyde looks the place over. What y'all do for a good time around here? Listen to the grass grow?
Guess you had a lot more fun up there at the state prison, huh?
See this foot? I chopped 2 toes off it with an axe.
What? Why?
You get off that damn work detail. That's why. You want to see?
No. I surely don't intend to stand here and look at your dirty feet in the middle of Main Street. Boy, did you really do that?
Yeah.
You must be crazy.
All right, check busy.
Exterior gas station day. Gas station up the block. Bonnie and Clyde are seen leaning against a soft drink chest, their profiles silhouetted by the bright sun. They are drinking cokes. As they begin to talk, the camera moves in closer to them. Clyde takes off his hat and rubs a cold Coke bottle across his forehead. Bonnie watches him. What's it like?
What, prison?
No, armed robbery.
It's, I don't know. It isn't like anything.
Hmm. Ha. I knew you never robbed no place, you faker.
Oh, yeah. He closes on the gun. He reaches in his jacket and pulls out a gun. The camera moves to a close-up of it, glinting in the sunlight.
Exterior street day. The camera pulls back to show Bonnie looking at it with fascination. The weapon has an immediate effect on her. She touches it in a manner almost sexual, full of repressed excitement, goading him on. Yeah? Well, you got one all right, I guess, but you wouldn't have the gumption to use it.
You just keep your eyes open. The exterior of the little grocery store across the street in the day. The camera remains just behind Bonnie's shoulder, so that throughout the following scene we have Bonnie in the picture looking at what we look at. Clyde goes into the little store. We remain outside with Bonnie. For a minute, nothing happens. We barely see what's going on in the store. Then Clyde comes out walking slowly. In one hand, he holds the gun, in the other, a fistful of money. He gets halfway to Bonnie and smiles broadly at her. Suddenly, the old man who runs the grocery store comes running out into the street, completely dumbfounded. Stands there, says nothing, yet his mouth moves in silent protest. Clyde points the gun above him and fires. Exterior of the store at the edge of town that day. Cars parked at the back of the store. As soon as they reach it, Clyde motions and Bonnie gets in. Clyde runs to the front. He lifts up the hood and crosses the wires to make it start. He stands back. Bonnie calls to him.
Hey, what's your name anyway?
Clyde Barrow. He runs over to the door and opens it, shoves her over, starts up the engine.
Hi, I'm Bonnie Parker. Pleased to meet you. Exterior road day. Vroom. The car zooms off down the road, doing 90. The fast country breakdown music starts up the soundtrack, going just as fast as a car. Exterior car day. The car, still speeding further down the road. We zoom down and look in the rear window. Clyde is driving. We see from behind. Bonnie is all over him, biting his ear, ruffling his hair, running her hands all over him. In short, making passionate love to him while he drives. The thrill of the robbery and the escape has turned her on sexually.
The exterior of the car. Another angle. Camera pulls back and above the car. Starts to go crazy in a comical fashion. Ska, 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 ska. Manifesting to the audience just what is happening to the driver controlling it. This car swerves all over the road. Ska, ska, ska. Another car comes down the road the other way. Clyde's car swerves so much as to make the other guy drive right off the road into the dirt. It is almost maxing its stuff, but not quite that much. Bonnie grabs the wheel and turns it sharply. It hairpins off the road onto a shoulder beneath some trees. Check, 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 check. That's your
Bonnie
cue.
Club.
Check, 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 check.
Okay. Shut up. Interior car.
Whisper Ska
Honey.
in her ear, said Stony Baker. Field guy 316.
Interior car.
Ska,
Bonnie and
Ska.
Clyde. Day. Shut up, man. So, geez. Still settling to a stop. Bonnie and Clyde appear to be necking heavily now, punctuated by Bonnie's squeals of passion as she squirms up. She squirms and hops about like a flea,
Kathleen.
trying to get to Clyde. The floor gear shift is keeping their bodies apart, however, in his aspiration. Bonnie takes the gear, shoves it forward out of the way. She plunges. See, we should have practiced. This wouldn't be so bad. She plunges onto Clyde, burying him from view.
All right, get to the action.
I did. You ready?
Wait.
Aren't you ready? Well, get ready. Bonnie has obviously touched him. With savage coquetry, she tears into her clothes and his. Come on, honey. Come on, boy. Let's go. Let's.
Hey, wait a minute. Quit that now. Cut it out. I said cut it out.
He shoves her rudely away, slamming her into the far car door. Suddenly, he looks as if they've been fighting. It's as if they've been fighting. Both unbuttoned and unglued, they stare silently at one another, breathing heavily. Clyde gets out of the car, clearly shaken, despite the fact that he may have encountered this situation many times before. It's one that no 21-year-old boy in 1932 is sophisticated enough to dismiss easily with bravado.
He covers eyes, said Pindar. Bonnie remains seated in the car. Pindar, she seems terribly vulnerable. She fumbles about for a cigarette. Too confused to figure out what didn't happen. Clyde turns back and reaches through the car window from the driver's side, lighting it for her. Bonnie casts Clyde a fishy stare and accepts the light. Look, I don't do that. It's not that I can. I mean, there's nothing wrong with me. I don't like boys.
Bonnie doesn't know what she thinks, except for shut up, Pindar. And Clyde is trying to gauge her reaction, whether she feels rejected or repelled. In fact, it's both, along with latent fascination. Boy, boy, boy.
Boy, what?
Your advertising is dandy. Folks would just never guess you don't have a thing to sell. You better take me home now.
Wait.
Don't touch me.
She gets out of the car, leaving Clyde draped across the front seat, reaching after her. If all you want is stud service, get on back down to West Dallas and stay there the rest of your life.
I thought it was Virginia. This stops her. Now Clyde pours it on with an almost maniacal exuberance that becomes more controlled as he gets control of Bonnie.
But you work more than that. A lot more than you know. And that's why you come along with me. You can find a lover boy on every corner in town. It doesn't make a damn then whether you're waiting on tables or picking cotton, so long as you cooperate. But it does make a damn to me.
Why?
Why? Because you're different. You're like me and you want different things. Bonnie's hooked now. You and me traveling together, we cut clean across this state. In Kansas too, and maybe dip into Oklahoma, Missouri or whatnot, or catch ourselves hot pockets and high heel no time. We can be something we can never be alone. I'll show you. We'll walk into the Adolphus Hotel in San Antonio. You wearing a silk dress. They'll be waiting on you, and believe me, sugar, they're gonna know you last name.
He stops, having begun to woo her to something more intense than a casual physical coupling. When you figured all that out?
First time I saw you.
How come?
You might be the best damn girl in Texas. Close up on
Who
Bonnie.
are you anyway?
We cut to the interior of the roadside cafe. Bonnie and Clyde in the day.
Bonnie and Clyde seated in a booth. Now, see you, Clyde. The soundtrack bridges the scene. The question that Bonnie has just asked is now suddenly rebutted by Clyde as he points a finger at her.
I'll tell you about you. He loves
doing this.
The more he envisions Bonnie's life, the more instinctively accurate he becomes. She grows more and more fascinated, like a child watching a mind reader. Listen, you born somewhere around East Texas or Virginia. Got a big old family, right? You went to school, of course, but you didn't take it much because you was a lot smarter than everybody else anyway. So you just quit. Now, when you were 16, no, 17, there was a guy who worked in a
cement plant.
Right, cement plant. And you liked him because he thought you was just as nice as you could be. You almost married that guy, but then you thought, no, you didn't think you would. So you got your job in the cafe. And every morning you wake up and you hate it. You just hate it. You get down there and you put on your white uniform.
Pink, it was pink.
The truck drivers come in and eat greasy burgers and they kid you and you kid them back. But they're stupid and dumb. Boys with big tattoos all over them and you don't like it. And they ask you for dates and sometimes you go. But you mostly don't, and all they ever try is get in your pants, whether you want to or not. And you go home and sit in your room and think, well, how will I ever get away from this? Night.
Bonnie is half mesmerized by his talk. A waitress comes with her food, a cheap, gaudy dame. She has spit curls on each temple in the style of the times. Clyde looks at her and at Bonnie, who also wears spit curls, as soon as the waitress leaves.
Change that. I don't like it.
Without a word of protest, Bonnie immediately reaches in her bag and takes out a mirror. She holds it up and with the other hand brushes backwards spit curls into her hand. She never wears them again. When she has pushed them back, she looks at Clyde for his approval. He nods his okay. He smiles. She smiles, puts back the mirror, and begins to eat food. She's ravenously hungry and eats with total concentration on her plate. Clyde doesn't touch his
Yes,
food.
indeed.
He just watches Bonnie eat for a minute.
God, you're a knockout. The exterior of the roadside cafe. Day for dusk. Clyde and Bonnie emerge from the cafe into the early evening. They move toward the car they have stolen. Just beyond sits a newer model car. Bonnie is surprised to see Clyde head toward the newer car.
Hey, that ain't ours.
Sure it is.
We came in this one.
Don't mean we have to go home in it. She walks amazed around the new car and gets in beside him. Turns the key and they pull away from the cafe. Sk, 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 sk.
Interior, abandoned farmhouse. A wide shot of the parlor living room during the day. The room is bare. In the middle, Bonnie is waking, having slept on a couple of car seats covered with an old piece of tattered blanket. There are windows behind her. She looks about, bewildered. Clyde! She starts to panic and runs towards the window. Clyde! At another window, Clyde appears.
Hey, lady.
Where you been keeping yourself?
Slipped out by the car.
Oh, these accommodations ain't particularly deluxe.
No, they're after us. I want the first shot. Come on, you got some work to do. Bonnie moves
Bonnie
to the
moves
door
to
and out of the house. The exterior of the farmhouse. Front yard in the day. On the door, a sign which reads, "Property of Midlothian Citizens Bank. Trespassers will be prosecuted." It's a wide angle. Dilapidated picket fence. 6 old bottles have been placed. As Bonnie joins Clyde, he turns and fires 6 quick shots. The bottles disappear.
You're good
The best.
and modest.
Oh, I don't know about that. Come on, you got a whole setup over here? Set her spinning. Bonnie fires. She misses. Again, come on down slow with it. Bonnie fires again and hits the tire. She smiles. Blows the smoke from the barrel in pride and self-mockery. Ain't you something? I tell you, I'm gonna get you a Smith & Wesson. It'll be easier in your hand. Now try it again once. Bonnie sights. As she's about to fire, a man appears around the corner of the building. A farmer. She fires and hits the tire. I do. Clyde whirls at the sound. He grabs the gun from Bonnie because it is empty. He aims at Farmer. No, sir. No, sir. You all right ahead. You go right ahead. Clyde watches him warily. Used to be my place. No, not anymore. Bank took it. Clyde and Bonnie start to move toward the farmer. All three move around to the front of the building. At a distance, we see an oaky cart loaded with belongings. A woman with a baby. An arm sits in front. A smaller boy stands outside the car. Yes, sir. Move us off. Now it belongs to them.
Well, that's a pitiful shame.
You damn right, ma'am. He looks up to see an old black fellow who has come from a distant shack and now stands near Clyde's car. Me and him put in the years here, yes, sir. So you go right ahead. We just come back for a last look.
He stands a moment looking at the house and then turns around toward his family in the car. Clyde and Bonnie look after him. Clyde spins and fires 3 fast shots into the foreclosure sign. The farmer stops and turns, looking at Clyde. Clyde offers the gun to the farmer. He looks at it, then accepts it. He slowly takes aim at the sign and fires. It pleases him. He looks at Clyde and Bonnie, who smile.
You don't mind?
Bonnie and Clyde are puzzled.
Hey, Davis, come on over here.
The black fellow moves towards them. Now Bonnie understands. She takes the second gun from Clyde and hands it to Davis. Davis looks from Bonnie to the farmer and towards the house. The farmer fires again, this time at the window. He nods to Davis. Davis slowly raises the gun and fires at another window. It shatters, and they can't keep from laughing. The farmer returns the gun, as does Davis.
Much obliged.
He extends his hand. Clyde shakes it.
Otis Harrison, and this here's Davis. We work this place. Miss Bonnie Parker, and I'm Clyde Barrow.
Across the farmer's car, wide shot, day, farmer turns and looks and moves toward his people. Davis moves toward his shack, Clyde and Bonnie in the background.
We robbed banks.
Bonnie turns quickly to look at Clyde. He smiles and nods.
And we fade out.
And then we fade in.
Ska, 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 ska.
A long country road, day. A car is driving down it. It is the next day. Bonnie is driving, Clyde beside her.
You just stay in the car and watch and be ready. All right, man. You just be ready if I need you.
Bonnie's hands are tense on the wheel. Her face shows how nervous she is now that the time has come.
You scared, baby?
No. They drive in silence.
What you thinking about?
Nothing.
The exterior of the business street of a little town in the day. We still in the car as Bonnie pulls over and stops by the bank. Clyde frozen in his seat. We can see that. For all his talk, he's scared too.
What are you waiting for?
That gets him. Throws open the door and jumps, practically dives out the door. Camera follows his motion right inside the bank. Something's very screwy here. The bank is dark. The teller is half asleep on his books, and Clyde approaches, thrusts the gun at him. So step up. You just take it easy and nothing will happen to you. Give me the money.
Howdy.
Give me the money.
What money? There ain't no money.
There ain't no money. There's a bank, ain't it? Camera pans around the bank. We see that it is empty, dusty, and shattered.
This was a bank. We fell 3 weeks ago.
What? Narrate. She goes behind the partition and grabs the teller and pushes him ahead with the gun. Clyde is fuming. He forces the teller out the front door.
Exterior bank. Showing Bonnie in the car. She is terrified as she sees Clyde and the teller coming at her. She doesn't understand what is happening.
You tell her.
As I was telling this gentleman, Our bank failed last month and ain't no money in it. I sure am sorry. Bonnie's
Narration.
reaction Bonnie's reaction is one of hysterical relief and
That
appreciation of
dirty one of
what's funny in the situation. She laughs uproariously. She can't stop laughing. This makes Clyde madder than ever. He shoves the teller to the ground. Completely humiliated, Clyde gets in the car, shoving Bonnie over. She is still laughing. Bonnie starts the car. Clyde points the gun out the window. Angle to the bank. On the soundtrack, Bonnie's laughter. Still driving. Bonnie has still not fully recovered from her mirth, but it is quieting down because she sees that Clyde is really mad and can't be pushed too far.
Got dog 98 and you're laughing.
She tries to stop.
Oppositional effect. You keep it running.
Grocery store. In the day. There is an old clerk behind the counter, and standing in the background, almost out of view, is a butcher, an enormous giant of a man. Clyde steps up to the counter.
Give me a loaf of bread, a dozen eggs, and a quart of milk.
The clerk gets the order and puts it in a bag. He rings open the cash register and preparatory to asking Clyde for the money. Clyde pulls his gun.
This is stick up. I'll take all the money in that drawer now.
He reaches over the counter into the cash drawer and grabs the bills. He smiles. Suddenly looming beside Clyde is the butcher, brandishing a meat cleaver. Camera.
I'll let you read all that.
No, I'm not. Do what?
I'll let you read that whole passage.
Oh, well, thank you. Suddenly looming beside Clyde is the butcher, brandishing a meat cleaver. Camera looks up at his formidable sight as the cleaver comes crashing down, missing Clyde and sticking it in the wooden counter. He grabs Clyde around the chest in a bear hug and actually lifts him off the ground. The struggle is in silence. Clyde is terrified, fighting wildly to get free. The gun in Clyde's hand is pinned because the man has Clyde's arm pinned to his thigh. Clyde tries to raise the barrel at an upward angle to shoot. Finally, he is able to do so. He fires. The bullet enters the butcher's stomach. The butcher screams, but reacts like a wounded animal, more furious than ever. He still holds Clyde in a fierce hug, staggering around the store, knocking into shelves and spilling cans. Clyde is hysterical with fear. He shoots the butcher again. The butcher falls to his knees, but still doesn't release Clyde. In a panic, Clyde drags the man to the door, trying to get out. Outside, Bonnie sees Clyde and the butcher holding his legs. She is terrified. Clyde drags him out on the street. The butcher won't let go. Clyde, in a real panic, aims the gun at his head and fires. Click. Out of bullets. In blind fury, he pistol whips the butcher's head with two terrific swipes. Finally, the butcher lets go. Hysterical, Clyde jumps away and leaps into the car on the other side. Bonnie still at the wheel.
Get the hell out of here.
They drive off at top speed.
It's story time with Uncle Bill. Let's say hello to a couple people here real quick. Some of your community I see out there. Oppositional and Pendar and Traders.
Okay, well, hush. Let me say hi to them. Damn.
All right,
You're just saying hi to everyone. Oh, yeah, just go ahead and do it then.
No, go ahead. I'll take me a break.
No, I'm waiting for this thing to finish rolling here. Rolling. Chat room keeps on
Everybody
rolling.
enjoying this
Okay.
tonight? Hey, copy that.
Kim Maple, copy this, copy that.
Shout out Benny
Oppositional effect. Traders in the house. Kim Maple, I said hi to you already. Catland. Pendarino. Shooting Bonnie. I love you, Pendar. Oh my God, I love you, Pendar. And my avatar tonight was made by
PPR.
Pendar.
Professional
Green Hornets. What?
Paranormal.
It is in the house. Guardian
If
Angel.
y'all are just
Sweet
getting here, we're
Vixen.
reading Bonnie and Clyde tonight.
Nose. Sapphire. Jean.
Sapphire Tingles. Gene Williams.
Y'all are doing an amazing job. Catlin says.
Shrimp
And you
and
know,
grits.
Catlin's deaf. She can't hear.
Naughty Nikki.
Kiki, do you love
Naughty
me?
Nikki.
Sweet Vixen. Ixen.
I think Nez is going to be the Queen of Hearts. I'm pretty sure about that. But you know, we do need to figure out who's going to play Alice. Alice has a huge role, man. It's going to be demanding for that person.
Name? Who?
Alice, and you know, she's going to be. I think Nez is going to be the Queen of Hearts, and Venus is going to be the Mad Hatter. But we got to figure out who Alice is going to play Alice and all that. It's a big role.
I can try, but you see how that's working out so far.
But yeah, we got plenty of time. We'll have a good audition tomorrow night.
A little girl I am not. Okay.
Let's see, where are we at in the script right now?
Oh my God. 22.
22. Okay, the interior of the car. All right.
Playtime's over.
Kiki's eyes. Ska. Kiki Ska.
He keeps going.
Special shout out to all our moderators out there. Sunshine and Kathleen and Kimmy Kim.
I love you, Kiki.
Says love her. Let me miss anybody.
Who else? TW was here. He's a moderator. Native Cottage or Cottage.
Native Cow.
TW Popcorn in the house.
AKA Grammy Scott.
Read what Catlin said. Read what Catlin said.
Izzy the most. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Catlin. Got ya.
Feel better now?
Yes, I do. I feel much better now.
Clyde is shaking. He speaks haltingly, panting, trying to get control of himself. Damn him, that big son of a bitch. He tried to kill me. I ain't got eyes in the back of my head. I didn't want to hurt him. It wasn't a real robbery. Some food and a little bit of dough. I'm not against him, damn.
Where are we?
We are at 22, you said.
Exterior speeding car. In the day. Right there. The car is speeding down an open road. Yes. Suddenly it begins to buck and cough. There is something wrong with it. Close shot. C.W. Moss. Exterior of the filling station. His cherubic cheeks are puffed up as he blows into the fuel lines of Clyde's car. There is a distinctly flat sound. Clyde and Bonnie. Clyde stands by the hood. Bonnie remains seated in the car. Clyde is covered with sweat and grease. Clearly, he has gotten in his licks of the engine without success. Neither he nor Bonnie seems impressed by the noise CW is making. Well, I don't want to try out for hook a smoking caterpillar.
Oh my God.
Sasquatch wanted to do the caterpillar, remember?
Oh yeah. We'll see
what happens. He's excited for Alice in Wonderland. All right. Now you don't. You want to do this?
What was wrong anyway? Air bubble clogged fuel line.
CW now stands between Bonnie and Clyde.
I just blowed her away.
Clyde still can't get over it.
You just blowed it away.
I'm not belching. He is embarrassed before Bonnie.
Excuse me, ma'am. Anything else I can do for you?
Clyde nods vigorously. Looking
Creepy
looking across CW's back to Bonnie. Bonnie gets the message.
PD team.
Well, I'm not sure. She looks around. Say, them little red things there sticking up, are they gas pumps?
Sure is.
Isn't that interesting? How does that there gasoline get in my little old car?
Well, you see, there's this tank underground. And gas come up this tube and the pump into your car, man.
My, you're a smart fellow. You sure know a lot about automobiles, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Well, would you know what kind of car this is?
Yes, it's a Chevrolet 8-cylinder coupe.
No, no,
Sure it is.
no. This is a stolen Chevrolet 8-cylinder coupe.
CW jerks his hand off it as if he touched a hot stove. Clyde said, "You ain't scared, are you?" "I believe he is. What a pity. We sure could have used smart boy who knows such a great deal about automobiles. You a good driver, boy." I guess so. Well, I don't think so. He better off here.
What's your name, boy?
Let's see W. Moss.
What's the CW for?
Clarence Wallace.
I'm Miss Bonnie Parker, and this is Mr. Clyde Barrow. We rob banks.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, is there, boy? No.
No, he ain't the one.
Unless, boy, you think you got enough guts for our line of work. What do you mean? I served a year in the reform school.
Oh, a man with a record.
Now look here. I know you got the nerve to shortchange old ladies who come in for gas. What I'm asking you is if you got what it takes to pull bank jobs with us.
Mr. C.W. Moss?
Sure I could. I could. I ain't scared. Is that what you mean? Prove it.
C.W. walks away from the car. Camera remains where it was. We see him walk inside the gas station office, open the cash drawer, close it, and come out. He emerges with a fistful of money. He walks over to Bonnie's window, sticks his head inside, and drops the money on her lap. We see the bills flutter down. Not a word is spoken. Bonnie moves over into the middle. CW opens the door and gets in behind the wheel. For a moment, we see them all sitting there together, each smiling their little smile. Clyde starts to hum a hillbilly tune quietly. The soundtrack picks it up, banjo and violin, etc. And and the music swells. They drive off down the road.
It's the interior of the hospital room in the day. Small room with a bed. On it covered by a sheet which humps like a mountain over his enormous stomach is the butcher. His head is propped up on a pillow, and he sips liquid through a bent glass straw. He grunts negatively and goes on sipping from his straw. One picture, two, three go by. Fourth picture is a mugshot of Clyde. Giving the butcher grunts no without hesitation. As the next picture comes into view, we dissolve to Ska, 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 Ska.
Exterior motel night. On a painted wooden sign lit by one attached light, which reads Motor Court. Room in Motor Court. Night. In darkness, cameras closes in on Bonnie. She is awake and restless. Bonnie raises up and kneels over Clyde. She needs him. Clyde seems to snore on.
Why's that so funny?
Every
PD
damn,
tingle,
every damn,
tingle, tingle, tingle,
every
tingle,
damn
tingle.
tooth of my life. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Camera drops between camera drops between them, and we see that the story actually comes from CW. Bonnie drops back on her pillow. We cut close on Clyde. He is awake. Interior cafe in the day. Bonnie, Clyde, and CW seated in a booth in a cafe. The waitress brings the food and serves everybody. We see CW with great concentration as he does everything by relating to the immediate
Great
action he
Scott.
happens to be involved with. He takes a sugar shaker and begins methodically sprinkling sugar all over his food. He sugars the meat, the beans, and the beets. Bonnie and Clyde watch this performance with first amazement and second disgust. They can't believe what they see. CW, what are you doing? Why do you do that?
Why not?
It's just disgusting, that's why.
Not to me, it ain't.
But but it makes everything sweet.
Yeah, I know.
With resigned expression, Bonnie turns away and begins to eat. Suddenly, a look of consternation crosses CW's face.
Damn, no mayonnaise.
He gets up and goes down to the counter on the other end of the restaurant, out of our vision, apparently planning to put
Story
mayonnaise over
time.
the sugar.
Story time.
The minute he is out of earshot, Bonnie gets Clyde's attention. Clyde, why does he have to stay in the same room as us? Clyde seems not to have heard the question. He takes up the sugar shake and spreads a thin field of sugar on the dark table service. He will sketch his plan in the sugar.
Let me show you about tomorrow.
Why?
Now, CW, I'll be waiting right outside the car. Here's the teller's cage. 4 of them over there at the desk, and what have you?
Why, Clyde?
Hmm.
In the same room with us?
Well, where else? Ain't gonna spread out all over the state.
The harshness of his tone concerns him, and he recovers with a smile.
Not yet, anyway. Now, the door to the bank is here now. You cover me from there.
Just that I love you so much.
You the best damn girl in Virginia.
Jesus. CW comes back with the mayonnaise, looks at the table. Oh my God.
Hey, you spilled the sugar.
3 shots.
3 shot. Layout for tomorrow up in Minneota. Minneota? Gosh, that's 400 or 500 miles from here. So what? We take US 85 to Wills Point, don't you know? Come on over State Highway 28 to Kaufman. Keep on going. Keep on going until we hit the Farm Market Road, connects to 105, and that's right up by Minneota on Saturday afternoon. The
Small Kansas
exterior.
town.
Ska, 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 ska. Car drives into a small Kansas town. This Saturday, sunny. Streets are filled with people, cars and wagons. CW's driving. Bonnie's in front with him. Clyde's in the back. CW looks scared to death at the idea of robbing a bank. Car pulls up in front of the bank, double parked. Bonnie and Clyde get out. Keep it running, baby. Ska, 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 ska.
It's called. You just called CW, baby. Okay. You just called CW, baby. Bonnie Clyde entered the bank.
Oh my god. PD thinks that's funny, look.
Okay. Cut to the interior of the bank. Bonnie and Clyde come in.
CW.
Assume the class position. She enters the door where she can cover the bank. Clyde at the first teller's cage.
This is a stick up.
What?
It's a stick up.
This time everyone in the bank hears it. The people gasp and pull back. Clyde slowly edges toward the door and prods Bonnie forward. She carries a paper sack. Clyde motions for her to go from cage to cage and get all the money. Bonnie begins doing so while Clyde keeps his gun trained on everybody. We see Bonnie get the money from the first teller, the second teller, then a car parked in a tight spot has just pulled out. Close up, CW, who suddenly looks delighted to see a parking space. Immediately, he methodically begins to back in. It's a tight spot, and he has to cut the wheel, pull forward, cut some more, pull back, and so on. The scene for the audience should be nervous and funny.
We cut to the interior of the bank number 2 in the day. Inside the bank, Bonnie and Clyde have filled the sack. They run out the door. The camera tracks with them. They run from where the car was, but it isn't there. Then they see CW has parked it. Interior of the car in the day. Clyde. Let's go, let's go. CW suddenly realized what a stupid thing he's done. He tries to shoot out the parking spot, but he can't. He has to go through the business of backing up, cutting the wheel, and all of it. Tingle, 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 tingle. The scene is one of pure pandemonium and chaos. Come on, get out. Get it out.
Exterior car day. A policeman arrives and begins firing at the car. CW gets the car halfway out of the spot, scraping fenders in the process. And the car is almost out when suddenly a face looms up at the window, a dignified, white-haired, celluloid-collared man. Obviously a bank official who has leaped onto the running board. His screaming can barely be distinguished from all the noise.
Stop!
Clyde bursts through the window.
Creepy pasta.
The face of the man explodes in blood. Then he drops out of sight. Exterior car day. The car shoots off down the road, doing 90. Police are firing at the escaping car. Bonnie and Clyde are shooting out the back window. CW is almost having a nervous breakdown at the wheel.
Super. Gens are.
Scully.
Gens are. Gens
Exterior street, a movie house, day. A police car that had been chasing Clyde and Bonnie's car comes down the street. It is obvious that the cops have lost them. They are searching the street for a sign of Clyde's car. They pass a movie house where the marquee reads Gold Diggers of 1933. They slow for a moment, decide that is not probable place to look. They drive off.
Brain tingles. The interior of the movie house, a wide across audience. The opening musical sequence of Gold Diggers is on the screen. Tight shot at the audience. Clyde is nervous and keeps watching the entrance doors. He's in a rage. He shifts in the seat. Boy, you gotta be poor in the head. You. Count on you, I kill a man, murder you too. Shot from behind Clyde, shooting toward screen. Dumbass, stupid. CW turns to Clyde and nods agreement. This infuriates Clyde even more. Slaps the back of Clyde, CW's head. Ever do a dumb thing like that again, I'll kill you, boy. Then go let Bonnie. She's been watching the movie. Is now disturbed by the noise. She turns back to Clyde from her seat on the aisle.
Shh! If you boys want to talk, why don't you go outside?
She smiles at her joke, turns back to the screen, to the movie, which she is obviously enjoying enormously.
Interior, cheap motel bathroom. Close up, Bonnie, in the day. On the night of the screen, Bonnie, on the right of the screen, Bonnie stands at the sink, fixing her makeup in the mirror. The makeup has become more conservative. On the left, further back, is a bathtub, and in it sits CW. His head and knees peek over the gray, soapy water. He is engaged with his usual single-minded concentration in washing himself, carefully scrubbing his arms. Not a thought in his head. Bonnie finishes her makeup and regards herself quizzically, tilting her head to look at herself at different angles. She is smoking a cigarette and really studying herself. What do you think of me, CW?
Well, you're just fine, I guess. Well, of course, you're a real good shot, and, well, sometimes you look pretty as a painting.
Camera stays with Bonnie during all this, watching her look at herself as she listens to CW's evaluation. She has a narcissistic concern at the moment, and she hears him enumerate her values. She thinks about each in turn and decides, yes, that's true.
Hey, Bonnie, could you get me that wash rag there?
Responding automatically, Bonnie turns and walks to a towel rack, pulls the washcloth off, and starts towards CW. Then, when suddenly she stops with a smile on her face and with a sudden motion, teasingly, she holds the washcloth out at an arm's length. Won't you come get it?
Huh?
Won't you come get it, CW?
Suddenly, CW looks mortally embarrassed as he realizes what that would entail. Oh, Bonnie, come on, give me it. Bonnie tries another tack. She begins sauntering over slowly, teasingly, still holding out the treasured washcloth.
All right, I'll bring it myself.
She moves closer to the tub. CW realizes that she will be able to peer down into it and see him. He frantically reaches up with one hand and yanks the washcloth into the tub. He's a lump. This irritates her. His very presence is demanding to herself and Clyde.
You simpleton. What would you do if we just pulled out some night while you was asleep?
I wouldn't know what to do, but you wouldn't do that. You couldn't now.
Bonnie realizes with some weariness the inevitable truth of what he said. Thus resigned, she says patronizingly, "That's right, CW. We'll always be around to take care of you." Pointedly, she throws her cigarette in his bathwater. She turns and leaves the
Did you
bathroom,
hear that,
slamming the
sunshine?
door behind her. What?
Can you do that
What?
again?
No, it was
That sound effect.
yeah. That was
Grubby the beagle.
of the cigarette going out in the water.
Jim's horror.
Yeah.
It's Beagle Ska.
34.
Hey. Feeling good. Tingle, tingle, tingle. Ska, 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 ska. The interior of the bedroom. Clyde goes with her into the connecting bedroom. He's sitting on the edge of the bed, cleaning the guns. It's quiet and preoccupied, takes no note of Bonnie's present condition. The moment she enters, he looks up. "Bonnie, I want to talk to you. Sit down. This afternoon we killed a man we were seen. Now, nobody knows who you are yet. They're going to be after me and anybody who's running with me. That's murder now, and it's going to be rough. Look, I can't get out, but right now you still can. You say the word and I'll put you out on the bus, go back to your mother. Because you mean a lot to me. I ain't going to make you run with me. So if you want, you say the word." Bonnie's moved by his offer, has tears in her eyes. Why? We ain't going to have a minute's peace. Bonnie doesn't like him in this mood. She tries to josh him out of it.
Shaw.
Bonnie, we could get killed.
Who'd want to kill a sweet young thing like me?
I ain't no sweet young thing.
Oh, Clyde, I can't picture you with a halo. And if you went to the other place, you'd rob the devil blind. So he'd kick you right back to me.
Close up on Clyde, touched deeply. We realized this was a lovely thing to say to him. All right, let's see here. Let's take a quick little break here. Let's see what's coming up.
You see what's coming up?
They don't know it yet, do they?
Yeah. Oh, gotta smack that side and that side.
Look, who's going to read that?
I'll read it. You know I can do it. I said, "Yeah, just smoke that cigarette, Petey. You damn right. I'm getting ready to light one."
Yeah, it's time for a cigarette. Well, maybe after the scene would have been better, but
I was going to say that. Maybe you want to wait till after it.
Marie Holiday, welcome to the show. Popcorn tinkles. Ska, 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 ska. Ska, 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 ska. Kathleen. Trader tingles. Hey, Shane's at Paralife TV. Shane Ska. Say hey to everybody for a minute. Y'all enjoying the
Hey
show
to everybody
tonight?
for a minute.
Debbie Tingles. Kiki. Are you
see
reading
that?
it?
No, I'm
What?
reading what
Oh.
she said.
Is that your favorite part, PD?
Oh my God.
Oh,
I'm going back
my
and looking at these.
gosh.
I couldn't
I don't
see
know
these.
what it, sometimes I get brain tingles listening to PD. You know, it depends on what's going on.
It's
but
called connecting.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Kiki Ska.
Kiki, do you love me?
How you been doing, Shane? Kill
Love
maple
you to
syrup tingles.
the end.
This lover tingles. Hey, Mr. J. Thinking, Mr. J. Juice cradle.
Taylor's
Yeah, I really like this format. It's a lot of fun.
and why are you smiling there, popcorn? Popcorn.
Wilson face green smile. They don't show those emojis on StreamYard.
No, that's why I was looking at us. So why are you smiling? But you can see them on YouTube. He's got brain tingles. That's what it was. Brain tingles. Marie Holiday. I'm in training for Ska
For those of y'all
University.
just coming in, don't forget tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central, we have auditions for Alice in Wonderland. And there's quite a few parts still open. I really did have a few people in mind for certain parts, but it's Pindar Ska.
When does Izzy hobble Scully?
Yeah. We'll surprise y'all one night for that. But yeah. I guess we want to prepare for it a little bit. I don't know. We didn't need to prepare for this, really.
For this one. He gave it to me last night. Says we're going to do this tomorrow night. This is how prepared we are. He shows up 5 minutes till showtime.
I was telling Izzy last night, I went from going to read Harold and Maude, and then I thought about Tuesday with Maury, and then I thought about, what was the other one, Izzy? I can't remember.
First of all, I wanted to put it to record here that he did not tell me this last night. It was someone else he was speaking with. I do not know what you're talking about, Scully. It wasn't me.
Oh, maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
No, I know it wasn't. Because the only thing he told me was Wizard of Oz.
Whomever it was I was talking to.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Keep them straight,
I'm the
Scully.
queen of
You
hearts,
have so many.
Nez. Oh, Nez is going to tear that roll up.
Definitely. That's what I said. I thought she'd make a great queen of hearts. Off with her heads. Off with her heads.
You know, I did debate a little bit if she should play Alice, to be honest with you, but I just kept thinking of that ruefulness and that menacing portrayal of Captain Hook. You know,
that should make her feel really well.
And that I know how Nez can change like characters, and that queen goes from being like sweet to ruthless. Man, she's a complete psychopath. You know, so oh my gosh.
Pindar says, "How many roles are there?"
Yeah, I think there's a pretty good bit. I mean, there might be 12 or 13 different roles. The thing is, like some of the smaller ones, like you have to get one person to play multiple roles. Because I mean, truthfully, I can't handle more than about 10 or so people on panel, you know. So we do have to kind of make those decisions. I mean, that's StreamYard, you know, wow, how many they let up there? 10 or 8?
10 if you have the paid plan. Hanging with Mr. J. Let's all hang with Mr. J. I can talk like you. But that's not how you talk. I can talk like you, though. You can't.
Chica, chica. Chica. Ska, 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 ska. Chica. Ska, ska, ska. Kathleen, Kathleen. Is thankful and naughty Mickey. Naughty Mickey. Lucky ducky. Ska, 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 ska. Petey, Petey, ska, 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 ska. Petey, 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 ska, 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 ska. Chill. Tingle, tingle. Welcome, welcome. It's Izzy Pop. Hey, Izzy Pop. Ska, 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 ska. Thankful, thankful tingles, thankful tingles. And Kim Maple, sir, welcome to the show. And Jonica, Ska. They're coming in. Share it out. Charade. Tingles, tingles. It's Vegas, Vegas Paranormal. Welcome to the show. Mike Hot. Paradox, Paradox Fossils. I'd like to welcome you to the House of Thrillers. I'm Scully, the author that reads to you. Tonight, we're going to be reading part 2 of Bonnie and Clyde. Scully and Izzy Pop. Ska, 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 ska. Well, all right, PD Tingles. How you doing? I don't know if you're one of the ones today saying they were going to email me. But if you tried, I did not get anything from you, love. Well, all right. You're coming in. Ska, 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 ska. Izzy Pop. Let's get a big hand for Izzy. Hey, Izzy. Izzy Pop. Song bit slow. How's that sound? Pretty good?
Is the music too loud, y'all?
I kind of feel like it's not loud enough almost. Let's see what everybody says real quick. Y'all like the sound of the music? I'm just drifting. Kim Maple,
Hey, Kim.
sir.
Hey, PD, Vegas. Jonathan. Rosaline. Rosaline says
good,
it's
probably. Good. Yeah. Good.
Hey, Thankful. Paradox Fossils.
It's Rosaline. Hey, darling. AKA the Cheshire Cat. She's one of our stars of the show, Alice in Wonderland. Welcome, darling.
Is it Ska?
Psychedelic spell breaker.
Hater tot.
Or tater tot. Tater tingles.
Right there. Trader's tater tots.
Tater tingles there. Kathleen. Kat, you ready for this? Long awaited part 2.
Nah, she said wait longer.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Izzy, not Lizzie. But hello, thankful.
Yeah, we got a good one planned for you tonight.
So who ready?
You get to kick it off too, don't you?
That's what I hear. I think you get to do a little narrating beforehand, like one sentence. if you dare. You don't even know where you are.
I had my script pulled up, but now it's suddenly gone. So let me see if I can find that again.
I have to do everything
myself.
Have to do everything.
I had it loaded up too a minute ago. That's crazy. Okay.
It's
that's not it.
Page 49, right before you get to 50. I tell you, I could be a diva. Just keep on.
I suddenly cannot find the script. Am I losing my mind? Oh my God! I had it loaded up and ready to go.
Oh my God, y'all!
Cut.
Lord have mercy.
I cannot find it. What the heck?
You look in your old emails you sent to me.
I am looking in the sent file. That's how I found it before.
Do I need to send it back?
Maybe so.
Oh my God, people!
So I'm losing my mind real quick, huh? Burnt flowers. Burnt flowers.
Nothing can help that.
Send it back to me real quick.
Okay.
Oh my goodness! I can't believe I had it loaded up. Anyway, where did it go? It's all ready to go. Kintsugi Ska grubby goat tingles. Kathleen.
Yeah, you're not gonna be yelling at me because I'm trying to do this quick as I can. I know you're getting ready to say, "Why ain't you said it yet?" I guess it's not my fault, dude.
I don't know. I suddenly can't function at all, so I don't know what I'd do without you.
Oh no, not function at all. Okay, it would be an inbox for me. Oh Lord.
Naughty Nicky.
What have you done? You better talk to them.
Manic Mouth 420. Ska BD. Kintsugi Ska. Welcome to the show.
Mail.
Here we go.
I don't know why I'm sending you mail on President's Day. Shouldn't get email today. Hey, Manic Mouth and Grubby Goat. While we wait on Slowpoke here. Hey, Kim. And Suji.
Hey, Kim.
Hey, Sasquatch. Hey, Sasquatch. He's messing up too.
Grubby
he messes up when I'm up here. I don't know.
Hmm.
Hey, Mom knows. I must do something. I don't know. You'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
We enter the interior of the garage apartment. It's a close up of Bonnie seated in the living room.
it's called The Ballad of Suicide Sal. We each of us have a good alibi for being down here in the joint, but few of them really are justified if you get right down to the point. You've heard of a woman's glory being spent on downright cur.
You write all that by yourself.
You want to hear this or not?
As she reads, the camera pans around the room, picking out everyone's reaction. Clyde is looking and listening seriously. Buck is grinning. CW is blank. Blanche is in the kitchen cooking.
Still, you can't always judge the story as true being told by her. Now, Sal was a gal of rare beauty, though her features were coarse and tough.
Yeah, I knew her. She was cockeyed and had a hair lip and no teeth. Bonnie flashes him a look that could kill. He shuts up fast. She continues.
Now, Sal was a gal of rare beauty, though her features were coarse and tough. She never once faltered from duty to play on the up and up.
Still listening, listening. Clyde gets up from his chair and walks slowly past the living room windows. The camera, angled slightly above him, sees down the street. We see two police cars quietly pulling up. One of them parks sideways in the driveway to block escape from the garage. The other stays on the street. Clyde turns and looks out the window.
Sal told me this tale on the evening before she was turned out free, and I do my best to relate it, just as she told it to me.
It's the law. As soon as Clyde calls out, Blanche drops the frying pan on the floor and begins screaming.
Ah,
The exterior of the garage apartment at day. Ska, 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 ska. Izzy Pop. Ska, ska, ska. Izzy Pop. Ska, ska, ska. That's your cue for narration, remember?
oh yeah, yeah, okay. The police down the stairs into the garage. We followed them with a handheld camera tracking rapidly. Ex Exterior street day. Blanche, however, in utter panic, just runs right right out the front door and begins running down the quiet residential street, going nowhere, anywhere.
Pindar, Pindar, Pindar.
Exterior garage apartment Dave. Buck, crouching, shooting with one hand, gets the garage door open. A policeman fires. Buck fires back, and the cop falls dead in the street. Buck, firing, dashes to the police car, blocking their escape, and releases a hand brake. Clyde, Bonnie, and CW leap into their car, gun to motor, still shooting madly. Two more police fall dead or wounded. One policeman is hurled through a fence by the blast of a sawed-off shotgun. Buck
Dang it.
jumps into the car with the others. Now begin to bump the police car with their car. The police car picks up speed as they push it, and it tears into the street right at the group firing police. The gang's car turns the street toward the running Blanche. Bonnie and Clyde are in the front, Buck and CW in the back, firing at the police. The car pulls alongside the wildly running Blanche. The back door is flung open, and in this almost the style of a
Shush.
cartoon, two hands reach out and lift her off her feet, pull her into the car. They speed away.
And we cut to the interior of the car in the day. It's the inside, and they're speeding, and Blanche is hysterical. CW is still firing out the window. The pursuing police car's driver is shot, and the car crashes into a tree. The gang is not being pursued now, but Clyde is driving at 90. Blanche is moaning and crying. Bonnie in front turns around furiously.
Damn it, you almost got us killed. What did I do wrong? I suppose you'd be happier if I got shot. Yeah, it would have saved us all a lot of trouble. Buck, don't let that woman talk to me like that.
You shouldn't have done it, Blanche. It's a dumb thing to do.
Please, Buck, I didn't marry you to see you get shot up. Please, let's go. Let's get out of here and leave. Make him stop the car and let us out.
I can't kill man. We're in this now.
Please, please.
Shut
up. Just shut.
Shut up, you big mouth. No. At least I do that. Well, you shut up. Cut it out, Bonnie. Bonnie is affronted, and Blanche continues sobbing.
Stop the car. I want to talk to you.
Without a word, Clyde stops in the car.
Exterior roadside day. Bonnie and Clyde get out and walk 15 feet away from the car. Both are irritated and touchy. Camera follows them.
What is this?
Get rid of her.
You can't do that. She's Buck's wife.
Get rid of both of them then.
Why? What's the matter with you anyway?
She's what's the matter with me. A damn stupid backcountry hick without a brain in her head. She ain't nothing but prunes and proverbs.
When you make any better, what you make any better? What you make so damn special? You just a West Dallas waitress who spent half your time picking up truck drivers. This hits home with Bonnie. He has said the unforgivable.
You talk to me like that, big Clyde Barrow, just the same as your brother, an ignorant and uneducated hillbilly. Only special thing about you is your peculiar ideas about lovemaking, which is no lovemaking at all.
And Clyde stiffens. The two of them stand silent and tense, almost quivering with anger. They have stripped each other raw. Clyde turns and looks back at the car. Everyone is waiting, watching them. He breathes a deep sigh, like a man counting to 10 to hold his temper. Look, Bonnie. He can't finish. We close on Bonnie. She drops her head into her hand for a moment, comes up a little more relaxed. She looks at Clyde, and her eyes reflect a realization of the pain she has inflicted on him. She softens.
Clyde, honey, I didn't mean all that, honey. Blame it on all that shooting. I just felt so bad. Sure enough, Clyde?
Okay, honey. Let's get moving. He turns and begins walking back to the car. Bonnie walks alongside him. On a few steps back, she regains all her dignity and acts aloof from the others waiting for her. She reaches the car. Clyde opens her door for her, and she gets in like a great lady. He walks around to his side, gets in, and they drive off.
Wide shot, exterior car day. A very wide shot. We see Clyde's car driving along a wooded road. For a moment, that is all we see. Then we should become aware that far off in the distance is another car. It's following Clyde's. Close, rural mailbox on the opposite side of the road. Clyde's car swings across the road, and Clyde, who is driving, snatches a newspaper which protrudes from the mailbox and hands it into the car. They drive out of the shot. Camera holds as soon as and soon the following car enters the shot. The man driving is a Texas Ranger. He drives slowly. He drives out of the shot. Interior Clyde's car. Buck is reading from the paper.
Hey, y'all, listen to this here. Law enforcement officers throughout the Southwest are frankly amazed at the way in which Will the Wisp bandit Clyde Barrow and his yellow-haired companion, Bonnie Parker, continue to elude their would-be captors. Since engaging the police in a gun battle on the streets of Joplin, Missouri, to staying 3 off their number.
Oh, Lord. We notice
Barrow
Clyde is
gang has
wincing.
been reported as far west as White Clay, White City, New Mexico, as far as North Chicago. They've been credited with robbing the Mesquite Bank in the aforementioned White City, the J.J. Laundry Oil Refinery in Arp, Texas, the Sanger City National Bank in Denton, Texas, on 3 different occasions. Look at that. In addition to these robberies, the fast-traveling Barrows have been rumored to have had a hand in robbing the 2 Piggly Wiggly stores in Texas and 1 A&P store in Missouri. Though Chief Percy Hammond, who first identified Clyde Barrow's brother, Buck, as a member of the gang, expressed some doubt that these last robberies were committed by the Barrow gang alone.
Go on.
Clyde, we ain't gotten to see no restroom another 30 miles. Why don't you just stop here?
Clyde looks relieved. Exterior wooded area day. He pulls the car to a stop, gets out, and goes off into the woods. We watch him vanish behind the trees. Interior of the car. Buck still scanning the newspaper.
Hey now, here's some. Listen here, lone cop arrests 2 officers in hunt for Barrow. Police officer Howard Anderson's heart turned faster than his motorcycle when he forced the side of the road a roaring black V8 sedan. It was 3 men and a blonde-haired woman yesterday afternoon.
Everybody laughs as Buck continues to read, his voice remaining on the soundtrack. The camera goes outside the car and pulls back, way back, to reveal a police car quietly driving up behind the car. The car stops a good distance away, and one man gets out, the only occupant of the car. He is tall, dressed in the uniform of the Texas Ranger. He draws his gun and slowly approaches the car from the rear. On the soundtrack, Buck's voice continues as we see all this taking place.
When he saw several machine guns in the car, he was certain he caught Clyde Barrow, Bonnie Parker, and maybe Buck Barrow and the third unidentified member of the gang. It took a lot of telephoning and explaining to convince the motorcycle cop that his captives were 2 highway patrolmen and a blonde-haired stenographer from Highway Patrol. You know, in the meantime, sorry.
In the meantime, on screen, the lawman is slowly approaching the back of the car. Suddenly, cut to shot of Clyde coming out of the woods behind the lawman. His gun is tucked in his pants. In a second, he sees what is happening. Buck's voice is continuing.
Anderson was held up as an example for every other Texas police officer today. That was a mighty brave thing, explained Highway Patrolman Chief L. Winston.
Clyde whips out his gun. The following scene is played exactly like a classic fast draw in a heroic Western.
Sheriff.
Bryce spins around. Both men fire instantly, but Clyde has the draw on him and the aim. The gun goes flying from the sheriff's hand, and a really razzle-dazzle display of grandstand marksmanship from Clyde. Immediately, the gang leaps from the car and surrounds the man, guns drawn.
Boy, what a shot, Clyde. Sweet Jesus, I never seen shoot nothing like that. The gang grabs the man and takes his handcuffs from his belt. Clyde makes him lean on the car's hood, arms extended, legs spread while he frisks him. In general, everyone is excited over the capture. Bonnie takes the sheriff's gun and delicately places it on the radiator grill like an object of art. Well, now, get a load of this. I want y'all to know we are in custody of the captain, Frank Bryce. And Frank here is a Texas Ranger. There's a reverse angle on across the hood, so Bryce's face, not visible to Clyde or anyone else behind him, is in the foreground. His gnarled, powerful hands tremble slightly on the hood, as though they might crinkle the metal like so much tissue paper. His eyes stare toward camera relentlessly, unblinking, but without passion. They are shark's eyes. They witness much carnage, devoured it, and are still wide open for more. Sure enough, Clyde. Say that, peacemaker. I believe you got your spurs all tangled up. You're in Missouri, you know that. You didn't know you was in Missouri. He lost. This here's Texas Ranger. He ain't lost. Them banks is offering extra reward money for us. Frank figured on easy pickings, didn't you? Didn't you? Nah, you ain't hardly doing your job, Texas Ranger. You ought to be home looking at the rights of poor folks, not out chasing after us. He suddenly hefts Bryce's huge bulk onto the fender. Scuss. Easy there, Clyde. Why take it so personal? Record law is one thing, but this here bounty hunting, we got to discourage that. Like how, Clyde? Shooting. Hanging. Reaction, Bonnie carefully gauging the moment to intervene.
Take his picture.
Clyde's not sure he heard right. Neither is CW. Take his picture.
Then we'll let the newspapers have it so everyone can see Captain Frank Bryce of the Texas Rangers with the Barrow Gang, and all being just as friendly as pie.
Yeah.
We about the friendliest folks in the world. Texas Ranger waves his big old gun at us, and we just welcome him like he's one of our own.
But get the Kodak. Hot dog. We're mightily proud to have a Texas Ranger in the family. Bryce is obviously not pleased with the turn of events. Following dialogue is overlapped, ad-libbed, etc. A sense of mounting glee at the kind of vengeance they are going to exact. New angle. Buck is fiddling with camera, setting up the shot with Clyde. Buck's following speech should be heard. Background to Clyde's speech below it. Keep him set up on the hood. There's more to the sun like that. Yeah, like that. When all his ranger friends see this, I bet he's gonna wish he was dead. See what come with your mischief, not doing your job. Down in Duncanville last year, poor farmers kept the laws away from us with shotguns. You're supposed to be protecting them from us, and they protecting us from you. Oh, come on now, Clyde. You and Bonnie first. Move into him right close, right friendly. All righty. Don't move now here. Clyde grandly puts up an arm on Bryce's shoulder. Bonnie looking up admiringly from the other side. Buck takes the picture. Bonnie immediately hops onto the hood next to Bryce.
How's this, Captain Bryce and you found friend?
She coyly loosens his tie, touses his hair, and plants a big kiss on him while still ogling the camera. Yeah. Quick, Buck, get it. I'm getting it.
Quite suddenly, Bryce, whose simmering intensity we should be more sensitive to than the gang is, spits on Bonnie. Bonnie half screams in disgust, but Clyde is on top of Bryce in a flash, half strangling him on his way, half strangling on his own fury. He pulls Bryce off the fender by a handcuff, spinning him around crazily like a lasso. Bryce is literally ricocheted off the car by the force, and with Clyde hanging on by the cuffs, plummets down the embankments to the sandy beach below. Both men falling, spinning. Bryce rises shakily. He tries to walk away. Clyde grabs him again by the handcuffs and hurls him out into the water. Bryce smacks into a tree stump poking out of the shallows and goes down. Clyde is on top of him. Meanwhile, Buck has rushed down into the water, tries to pull Clyde off Bryce.
I got the picture. Let me be.
Bryce reaches the surface and Clyde tries to throw him into deeper water. He hitches Bryce over a moldy skiff, knocking aside one of the oars. Buck upends Bryce into the skiff and kicks it spinning. Clyde picks up an oar and hurls it like a boomerang, ass over end at the skiff. It kicks up a spray.
I got the picture.
Reaction, Clyde waist deep, breathing heavily.
All right. We got you here. Remember your face. We got it. We got you.
Bryce, battered and handcuffed, stares back with mindless malice from the lazily spinning skiff to the hysterical specter of Clyde, screaming his madness from across the water.
We dissolve
Inside the
to
bank.
the interior of the bank. In contrast to the previous inept bank robbery scene, this one goes on admirably well. The gang performing slickly and without a hitch. As they enter, dripping wet, Clyde makes a general announcement to everyone in the bank. This is the Barrow Gang. Everybody just take it easy and nobody will get hurt. Clyde covers the door and Bonnie and Buck go to the teller's cages and get money. Buck goes inside, emptying out the cash drawers. We cut to Bonnie filling the sack. Cut to a close-up of a burglar alarm button. Slowly, a hand crawls up the wall and a finger slowly moves to push the button. The finger's about 1 inch away. Suddenly, a gun appears in the frame and is gently tapping the hand away. Camera pulls back to reveal Buck smiling at a lady teller. Don't do nothing silly now. Cut to Clyde standing near the door, training his guns on the entire bank. The farmer stands a few feet away, some bills clutched in his hand. That your money or the bank's? It's mine. Keep it then. Across the floor, the bank guard in the corner takes advantage of Clyde's distraction to go for his gun. Clyde spots it and fires a shot that just knocks the bank guard's hat off without harming him. Next time, I'm going to aim a little lower. They finish robbing the bank. They start to exit. Near the door stands a guard with his hands raised. He wears sunglasses. As they leave, Buck snatches the sunglasses from the guard's head. Get a good look at us. We're the Barrow Boys.
Exterior bank day. The gang runs wildly into the street where the car waits, motor running. As they leap into the car, Buck throws his sunglasses into Blanche's lap. Happy
birthday.
They zoom off. Shots are heard. Bonnie, Buck, and Clyde begin firing at the bank guards who are pursuing them. The guards fire back. Close up, Blanche sitting in the back seat with her fingers stuck tightly in her ears, eyes shut, trying to overcome her panic. A funny image, but one that also awakens pity. The next sequence is carried out in cross-cutting. The street in front of the bank. Police cars pull up, and the excited crowd gestures in the direction of the departed gang. Siren starts.
Cool. You doing all right? You need to take a break or anything?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Everybody enjoying that out there? Say hey to a few people real quick.
Go ahead.
There's bottle caps, DWP popcorns come in, JJ Little Show. Trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Sweet Katie. Hey, Katie Scott. The Cheshire, wanted to thank the Cheshire Cat for becoming a member as well. Saw that popping up. My sister's voice. Welcome. Popcorn Tangle. Scott. Kathleen.
That's it. I see you. Hey, popcorn. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead too.
Hey, Pendar. Shout out, Pendar.
Pendar Pop.
Shh. Don't tell her that.
Oh, wait, that's not Pendar Pop.
Pendar Pop Rocks.
Oh my goodness.
Well, she started it. I'm just finishing it. Cat. Say my name, woman. I did. Cat.
How do you say this?
This is awesome. Chris, that's Chris in Italy.
Hey, Chris in Italy. Christed.
Yep.
Christed Scott.
I called her Christed for so long, and then I realized it was Italy. She's Italian. Hey, JJ.
Signorino. Take just like a little breather for a second.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Chill.
I'm so nervous. Oh.
I know. Doesn't she need to calm down? We're
I'm just so nervous.
I know.
I can't help it. Hey, Daggerspell. Said it wrong. Forgive me.
I love this song.
Hello, JJ.
Slow jazz there. Traders.
Thank you, Kim. You're biased.
PD.
Oh, God, I'm PD's whole solar system. I love you, PD.
PD, you did a great live earlier today.
I watched some of it. Yeah. She knows I was there.
I get, when she holds the card up to the camera, I get like a single wave brain tingle from that. Just like.
Thank you, Grubby Goat. I can do that too. Look at that. Hands off the buttons.
Still out there, Steve-O? Burnt flowers falling. That's my Mad Hatter for the show. I'm about to kick those drums back in a second there.
You talking to me?
Yeah, I needed to take a breather for a second myself. You can lose your breath reading these lines, That's crazy.
Did you start
Sweet
that over?
Katie, sweet Katie. No, you had it on loop, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did. I did it right. I did it.
Maple
Sweet Katie.
tingles. Maple tingles.
You love how Petey loves how you say Jonica's name. Jonica Ska.
Jonica Ska.
Jonica Ska.
Jonica.
I even do it now. Can I just get a recording of him saying nothing but Jonica over and over again?
We're gonna start making a little. We talked about that.
$5. Thank you, Katie.
$5. Listen to you.
$5.
3 for
Just kidding.
$2.99. 3 for $5.
No. Hey, my sister's voice. See how he
Sister
does me?
tingles.
Sister tingles. That sounds inbred as hell. Quit saying it. Sister tingles. Say voice tingles.
Jonica.
Corn. Popcorn's putting out the popcorn. Got it.
Grub go.
Reckon me.
Popcorn lighting it up out there.
Member perks? That's right, Catlin. I've been trying to tell him. He does have member perks that do state that. He's a busy man and don't even know it. So are we. I'm happy to see a lot of people here tonight.
Get a good sip of this coffee. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You can put banners up and all
that. Yes, I can. I know it doesn't sound right, my sister's voice, when he says sister tingles. That's why I told him to stop. It's same voice tingles.
Oh my God, right?
Right. Yeah, I fixed it. Hopefully, there won't be any more problems until the next time.
Did you show them the what do you call it? The pictures we had?
I'm not a manager. Are you kidding?
What?
She said you're a good manager.
Look, here's Bonnie and Clyde. Look.
Oh yeah, look at that. Cool.
You like that? I made that.
Pretty cool.
How does that work?
Thank you, Catlin. To put Izzy Pop up, I really enjoyed the tiger video. I've been looking for a tiger video, Izzy Pop. Did you see one on my page?
What's that?
I was answering JJ.
Oh, okay. Oh, these dang earphones, man. I'm just about ready.
You sure you don't need to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I kind of do, actually.
Go ahead, I'll take over.
We're not in any hurry. Just hang on a second.
Oh, yeah.
I got to take one step at a time.
Okay, thank you, JJ. Shorts has a...
Oh, you're like the best host in the world, man. You could take over anybody's stream for a minute and
just
go.
Hey,
this weekend RVing. Hey. Naughty
hey.
Nikki.
Go to the bathroom.
That's a really cool channel. Like they got like travel around and do the the
bow chicka wow wow.
And...
Naughty says bow chicka wow wow. Go to the bathroom.
Bow chicka wow wow wow.
No, go. You can't even say it right. Bow chicka wow wow. Yeah, go. Jeez. I guess he's scared I'm gonna do something to him. Yeah, go pee. I guess he thinks I'm gonna do something to his chat. Hey, we can hide stuff from him. Izzy is an amazing host. She's going to host me again soon. Yes, I am. We're going to figure out when your ass is up is when you're awake. Let's prank Scully. Yeah. Run around and spray graffiti all over the chat room walls. See if he notices it when he gets back. We can laugh and he won't even know why we're laughing. I just told you what to do, Catelyn. Spray paint the walls in the chat room. How's everyone hit that like to support Izzy and Scully? I don't know. We need to call them all out one by one. Popcorn, did you hit that like? Katie, did you hit that like? Sister's voice, did you? Catelyn, did you? Petey Connects, you better have. JJ, did you hit that like? Kim Maple, I know you hit that like. Weekend or Bien, hit that like. See who else we got. I don't see anybody different. Get back up in chat. So they must already hit it. Hopefully y'all did too. Thank you, Sister's Voice. Thank you, everyone. I did, Katie. I called them all out. Brenda Larkey, Izzy Wizzy, Scully in chat. Good to see you, Brenda. Brenda, did you hit that like? Jonica. Okay, as long as you hit that like. Thankful, hit that like. Awesome. All of y'all are awesome. Kim is more awesome than most people. PD is my solar system. Cat is my moon. Pendar, did you hit that like? I don't know where Pendar ran off to, but she probably hit the like. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you. PD, you better do it. What is wrong with you? What is wrong? Y'all better be hitting that like.
Okay, I'm back.
I knew you did. Okay. I'm hearing. Yes, yeah, I did. Awesome.
The art of hydrating and without having to go stop your stream and go pee a quart. Oh my God.
How about Uranus? But that's okay. I took care of things.
How about Uranus? Uranus.
It's just fine.
What y'all been talking about? I've been gone like 2 minutes.
Well, PD sprayed graffiti all over the chat room walls while you was gone.
Okay.
Pour me another. Hello, Mr.
PD
Scully.
getting riled up. Tingles, tingle, tingle, tingle.
Look, pour me another.
Brain tingles begin.
Say hello.
Where are we at?
Say hello to pour me another. Just came in.
Dear, pour me another.
He replied. Oh my God.
Pour me another.
Interior card. Game card day.
Pour me tangles. I think we're in the interior of the game car in the day. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they hear a siren in the far distance. Kick it in the pants, CW. We gotta make that state line. Can't get more than this out of the Plymouth. We cut to the interior of the bank. The game has left a legacy of celebrity behind. We see the bank guard whose hat was shot off being interviewed by a reporter. He is seated in a chair, his shirt open at the collar, and a woman teller is fanning him. Then he saw me going for my gun, Clay Barrow himself. I mean, and suddenly I was staring into the face of death.
Tisk, tisk.
The photographer steps in.
Just look this way, Mr. Hawkins.
The bank guard hurriedly buttons up his collar and smiles as the flashbulb goes off. We cut to the exterior of the game car.
Still speeding along, the siren more distant. Cut to interior bank.
Lost my place. The bank president and the policeman are posing for that classic picture where both stand flanking a bullet hole in the wall and point proudly at it. The flash bulb goes off. We cut to the interior of the police car. Two men in police uniforms following Bonnie and Clyde. Step on it, Randolph. We got to catch them before they reach the state line. We cut to the interior of the bank.
Farmer is describing Bonnie and Clyde to passersby who dote on him as though he just had contact with a portion of the troop cross. Farmer is aware of his position.
Clyde? He looked real clean, Bonnie. She too much lady ever be called with a cigar in her mouth. I don't care what you heard before. I saw him right here not 20 minutes ago. Now, all I can say is they did right by me. And I'm bringing me a mess of flowers to their funeral. We cut to the interior of the gang car. Car slows up perceptibly as Clyde says, "Okay, relax. We're in Oklahoma now. Slow down." We cut to the interior of the police car. Turn around. Don't waste no more gas.
Ain't we going to catch them?
Hell, they over the state line. That's out of our jurisdiction.
Why don't we get them anyway?
I ain't gonna risk my life in Oklahoma. That's their problem.
Exterior car. Now the gang's car is seen traveling down a long, narrow country road surrounded by cornfields. They get out, taking the various bags of money with them, and dump the lot on the hood. There is not an impressive amount of money.
Hell, that ain't much, is it? Times is hard. Well, let's get it. Let's get to it.
He begins dealing and splitting the money out on the hood of the car as they gather around.
This is Clyde Barrow. Buck Barrow, Bonnie Parker, CW. Clyde, Buck, Bonnie, CW, Clyde again, Buck, Bonnie, CW.
Buck and Blanche stand watching. Blanche looks fretful. She nudges Buck and whispers to him. Buck whispers something back to her. Meanwhile, Clyde's counting still goes on.
Bonnie, CS, Clyde. Clyde. Huh?
Buck is clearly embarrassed.
Clyde, what about Blanche?
Everyone reacts with stunned amazement at Blanche's nerve in wanting to get her cut. What? Blanche sees she has to rise to her own defense, and she rises to the occasion with spirit and verve. Well, why not? Say I earned my share, same as everybody else. I could have got killed, same as everybody. And I'm wanted by the law, same as everybody. Besides, I could have got snake bit sleeping in them woods every night. I'm just a nervous wreck, and that's the truth. And I have to listen to sass from Miss Bonnie Park all the time. I deserve mine.
Close on Buck, Date looking at Clyde, his face full of weak smiles and embarrassment at his wife. Okay, hold your horses. Blanche, you get your share. Bonnie is livid but says nothing. Clyde, the leader, has decided. CW looks indignant, like a hog who's just been given a bath. Clyde begins counting all over again in mere silence. Married a preacher's daughter, and she still thinks she's taking the collection? Everyone now laughs but Blanche. Clyde continues counting. Well, don't spend it all in one place now, here.
She'll be doing right well to spend it at all.
Bonnie turns and ambles away from the car. After a moment, Clyde stops counting and moves after her. He's prepared for a fight, stands behind Bonnie's arched back, trying to gauge the degree of hostility. Bonnie! No answer. Look, Bonnie, I've said it and I guess I'll keep saying it before we're through. Blanche is Buck's wife and Buck is family. He waits expectantly.
She's such a silly Billy.
Bonnie looks plaintively to Clyde.
The family could use some of that money.
Them laws have been hanging around your mama's house till all hours, Bonnie. It's just too risky to go there.
Well, where can we go? We rob the damn banks. What else do we do?
Clyde cannot really answer. Suddenly, CW starts yelling, Clyde! 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 Clyde Finn flinches at the sound. CW comes bounding over, as rude as an assault on their sensibilities as he can be. I hear you, CW. This old heap's gushing oil. We got to swipe bust another set of wheels right away. But we won't get anywhere. Look here. He reaches down under the pan of the car and scoops a gooey handful of slick black oil. See? Clyde nods slowly, looks back to Bonnie. He sees he dissolves to the exterior of the suburban street.
A residential neighborhood on a suburban street, a rather well-to-do neighborhood. The camera is up on a porch of a white frame house looking toward the street. On the porch, sitting in the swing in the left foreground, are a man and a woman. She is about 29, he is about 36. He is sitting with his back to us, embracing the woman. They are spooning, making low, loving murmurs. Oh, now, dear.
Sweet thing.
We see in the distance 2 cars parked in the front of the house, his and hers. Suddenly
Oh
we
my
see
God.
another. Shut
Stop.
it.
Steve-O, ska. Ska, 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 ska.
Then the whole gang gets out, ditches the one car, and gets into the parked cars. All the while, the couple on the porch is busy spooning. The car begins to roll slowly into the street. The woman notices. Say, isn't that your car, Eugene?
Mm-hmm. That's my car. Hey.
The man and the woman run down the front steps and front walk to the second car. They jump in and take off, giving chase.
The interior of the car. The woman is driving. It's her car. The man is furious. I'll tear him apart. Those punks. Steal the man's car right out from under him. Wait till I get my hands on those kids. Velma, I'm going to show them. They continue driving, furious. The man cursing and muttering. We see through their windshield the other car way in the distance.
What if they have guns, Eugene?
Well, you better get the police and let them handle this.
Right.
Turn around, let's get back to town. We'll go get the sheriff. They are now
Tingle Green